Wow, Suicune really went full Dino Thunder. Well, another Pokemon day has come, and with it we have our new Paradox Pokemon, Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. As expected, these are the long-awaited forms of Suicune and Virizion, I think, because they look a lot different from their pics on their dating profile. Okay, what happened here? Iron Leaves doesn't look all that surprising, resembling a mechanical Virizion, but Walking Wake, while looking very similar to Suicune, is just a straight-up dinosaur. And the existence of a Paradox Suicune at all was perplexing, as in canon, it along with the other legendary beasts are meant to be unique Pokemon that came into existence about 150 years ago. So with the Paradox Pokemon being presented to us as creatures from either the past or future, we assume the past forms were meant to be the ancestors of their modern-day counterparts. But now with Walking Wake and Suicune both existing, I think now it's very clear that Paradox Pokemon are a completely different species. The fact that they're treated as such mechanically also checks out, in the way that Paradox forms resembling a Pokemon that are part of an evolution line are simply single stage. So what are they? Well, of course I could spin off into basically every other theory that's already been out there, whether they be created from imagination, originate from an alternate universe, or legitimately come from the past or future. Just that they're unrelated to their modern day counterparts, they just happen to look alike. So if we were to assume that Walking Wake is from our same timeline, that means there was just a dinosaur in prehistoric times that happened to look like a Suicune. But with the fact that Suicune was created later by Ho-Oh, I guess that means it plagiarized this design. The fact that we got these Pokemon as a Terra raid battle instead of part of the full DLC, we don't get into any lore right away. Unless this is meant to be a tease for the DLC where we would learn the full story later on, and maybe get the other members of the trio as Paradox forms? And when it comes to those infamous drawings, that's kinda strange. Because then does it even really connect to the imagination theory if these Pokemon wouldn't line up exactly when it comes to their appearances? Unless these are still meant to be a full-on fusion of the trios respectively, which again is something that we would see later in the DLC. Again, it looks like it's all stuff that we're gonna have to wait a long time to discover. On one hand, it is pretty cool we get these Pokemon right now, but it's too bad we're left with more questions than answers at this point. When it comes to theories, that's really all I've got. I'm just assuming all Paradox Pokemon are 100% unrelated to their counterparts when it comes to mechanics, appearance, and lore. They truly are paradoxes. But as far as Walking Wake and Iron Leaves go, when you look at them at face value, I really like them. Well, I at least like Walking Wake because I'm a Scarlet version enjoyer. Getting another big dinosaur is amazing, and I love how it keeps the beautiful Suicune blue. And yeah, this thing is huge. I was so surprised when I sent it out and it towered over Koraidon. And with how Suicune is able to walk on water, we even see Walking Wake do the same. So we basically did get the Basilisk Lizard Pokemon I said would be a cool idea to have like 4 days ago. This is such an interesting interpretation of Suicune's concept into a prehistoric Pokemon. And like I said, it further convinces me that paradoxes are much more disconnected from the main timeline in whatever way that means. The fact that it's a water dragon type fits so perfectly, and it's such a powerful type combination. Two of my favorite types coming together to be an absolute monster. It is just a big blue Johto dinosaur I absolutely cannot lose when it comes to the designs of this game. And when it comes to Iron Leaves, I haven't caught one myself yet, but I'm not super interested in it. I think it also looks cool for what it is, and because it's a robot doesn't have any pressing questions in the same way that Walking Wake does, though it is grass and psychic type, basically making it a big Celebi. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I don't have too much else to say about it. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's all just really confusing, and I feel like there isn't a point in making sense of these Paradox Pokemon anymore. Before we get the full story in the Indigo Disc DLC, logic just went out the window with Dinosaur Suicune. So let me know what you think of our two new Pokemon and which one is your favorite. As for me, in the short amount of time I've had it, Walking Wake has quickly become one of my favorite Pokemon this generation. Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur. Thank you to every channel member for your continued support, especially the Great Gators, Cheeseburger Lasers, Gavnuts, Justin R, Cosmo Zero, Michaela, Mr. Pig Puncher, Phantom Pyro, Quago, Volity, and Pastel Blood. If you would like to support, get your name shouted out here as well as access to emotes and comments, live streams, and some early videos, you can become a channel member today. You can also follow me on Twitter as well, but anyway, this has been GatorEX, and I'll catch you all later.
The open world of Paldea awaits. Out here, you can meet new Pokémon. It's your world, your way. Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. Rated everyone.